Story 77 of The Sun's Babies by Edith House. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Spring Story. Elsie lay on a couch by an open window, trying to grow strong again. She had been hurt and had to lie here for a year. As she had always been an outdoor girl, she found it hard to stay so long indoors. But the sunbeams and the little winds came in to play with her. Her favorite tree outside the window made funny leaf shapes to amuse her. And best of all, the season fairies came to tell her the doings of the outdoor world. This is what the spring fairy said. Each day the sun shines more brightly, and everything is waking from its winter sleep. The spring wind knocks at the close-shut doors of the winter houses, and calls again and again till they are opened. Buds burst, leaves and flowers dance out, and everything is gay. In the garden plots, crocuses and snowdrops and golden daffodils nod to one another across the ground. Primroses and violets scent the air, and hyacinths ring their merry chimes. Pink-tipped daisies open their golden eyes here and there on the lawn. The grass blades shoot up straight and green. I flew through the kitchen garden on my way here. The radishes have already sent up 2 thick leaves, and the young cabbages stand in stiff rows like soldiers, each trying to grow a heart. I peeped under the ground. There everything is sprouting. The peas and beans have burst open at the sides, and strong white shoots have come out. The potatoes are growing stems out of their eyes, and are sending down white shoots to search for water. Under the ground, too, the young grubs are waking up and moving fast, ready to devour all that they can find. Down in the fruit garden the trees are a glorious mass of white and pink, for cherry trees and plum trees, apple trees and pear trees are all decked out in their sweet spring dresses. The air is filled with their fragrance, and snowy petals soon begin to float on every little wind. The bees are busy there, gathering honey and pollen to take home to the newly hatched bee grubs. The gooseberry and currant bushes have opened their queer little flowers to the bees, and low on the ground the strawberry spreads its white petals, inviting them to its honey feast. In the pool below the fruit garden, queer swimming creatures rush eagerly about in search of food, for the warmth of the spring has reached them. One day they are to grow into gnats or mosquitoes or dragonflies, but they are not thinking about that just now. All their thoughts are on their meals. From grass blades and leaves everywhere the tiny eggs are hatching that were laid by moths and butterflies. Caterpillars creep out from them to wander off in search of food. In the wheat field millions of green blades are shooting up. On the roadside, grasses and thistles, dandelions and ragwort, and 100 little weeds are pushing and jostling each other for their summer places. The hedges are shining with the gold of gorse and broom. In the trees dainty nests are being made for eggs as dainty. A tender bleating rises all day from the meadow at the foot of the hill, for there the mother sheep watch over their snowy lambs. The lambs frisk and gambol on the soft grass, and the mothers call to them with the mother note that has come with spring. End of Story 77.